So I'm here in Columbus, Georgia, one of my favorite cities in the state that's south of Atlanta, and I'm gonna show you the top things to do here. Let's go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the artsy Columbus Chattahoochee RiverWalk. And of the 12 things to do here, I begin the trip right here. Having a history here in Columbus, Georgia, and the fact that it's just a few hours from my house, here's my adventure and possibly a few ideas for you when you visit. I love this strip. I love this stretch. I love how when the sun is setting, it is right there, right on the Chattahoochee River. It's not too overly populated, which is really cool. It's a paved walk, stretches 22 miles. I love how you're also right next to the city as well. You see all the historic city stuff. So here, I believe, is one of the historic mills. You can see the dam and how they used to run the power back then. For such a populous city, it has a very chill atmosphere here. The very vibrant artwork. There are also little peninsulas where we can go all the way up to the really strong rapids. It's always nice when a large city has some sort of nature nearby. And the RiverWalk, you can get up right next to the river. Looks really beautiful rapids.
Oh, you can get bigger ones.
What do you guys think about Columbus?
It's a pretty fair town. It's not like huge, but for being such a smaller community or one of the bigger towns in Georgia, it's pretty nice. There's a couple things to do here, from bowling, skating, obviously. From living here from the last 20 years, it's been a great experience, and on top of that, it's just a wonderful place to be, in my opinion.
Next thing I recommend taking a look at, a historical landmark here in Columbus, Kadie the Cow. Whoa! It's big. So Kadie the Cow, located here in the Uptown district of Columbus, Georgia, is a very beloved statue of the town. The bronze sculpture honors the city's agricultural heritage, depicting a milk cow as part of the city's Mooing Art Project. You heard that right. Mooing Art Project. So Kadie was chosen for her connection to the region's history and dairy farming. It's also one of the most photographed icons here in Columbus, Georgia. It was made in 1967, but they moved it here, I believe, about 2 years ago in the Uptown area. So apparently they call Columbus, Georgia, the city of fountains. That's because the amount of fountains in the downtown area. And the next place I recommend, about 13 miles outside of downtown Columbus, a nature getaway, Flat Rock Park. And I believe it's free to enter. I didn't see any signs for fees anywhere. Everyone just kind of drives in. This place is so much cooler than what I was expecting. It's about 19 acres located along the Chattahoochee River and has scenic trails, hiking, picnic areas, very unique flat rocks. It's like a bedrock type formation, most likely created by granite and gneiss. But these metamorphic type rocks are usually found in Piedmont region of Georgia. And over millions of years, lots of weathering occurred, making flat rocks. Whew, I thought I was getting a little bit too old to be doing those rock jumping and stuff like that, but you'll lose it if you don't use it. Continue to exercise throughout your life. Think about rock jumping. Yeah, maybe it's a little childish, but you're living in real life instead of living on your phone. Have you seen those videos of the difference between New Year's Eve 2000 and 2024? It's insane. Don't let your phone be your life. Let it be a tool to help you plan trips like this maybe. Let it be a tool to text your friends, get your family together, plan some hiking, stuff like that. But don't let your phone and social media be your entire life. Always remember to live in real life and get that shirt to remind you to do that. But anyways, right now I'm roughly northeast-ish of Columbus, Georgia. But south of Columbus is another really cool place that I recommend. The National Infantry Museum. This place looks really cool on the outside. Let's go in. First off, it's amazing right off the bat. Second off, 2024, America's #1 free museum. I didn't know it was gonna be free. Starts off with the Revolutionary War. That's when Cornwallis, I believe, surrendered. Then it goes into the Civil War, and I believe it just takes you throughout America's time. I have chills right now. Like, I'm a huge history buff, especially with World War II, and this is landing at Omaha Beach. How Omaha Beach kind of went wrong and how it was so bloody for the Americans was, I believe the weather was bad on the day, so the planes missed their targets. Then when the boats landed, a lot of the tanks drowned, so the infantrymen had nothing to hide behind besides little things like this that was on the beach. The music that you hear in the background right now and the gunshot sounds and all that, I'm not adding it, this is here. And it's like really adding to this whole thing. It's amazing. And the Vietnam War right here.
To defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic.
So in the downstairs, it opens up into this massive area. There's many different sections depending on the time frame of America, 1775 to 1898. World War II, gonna go to that little dedicated area.
Nearly 2 million U.S. infantry soldiers led the way into the toughest, bloodiest conflicts, changing the course of the war through their courage.
Some of the more modern Gulf War, 21st century infantry right here. Probably my favorite museum I've ever been to. For a millisecond, I thought he was a real person. That freaked me out. I was like, why is he giving her Skittles? And literally just across the street from the museum is Oxbow Meadows. Might as well hit both while you're in the area. This is a environmental learning center by Columbus State University. This place has like a mini expedition with a lot of animals and reptiles inside. Also a trail where you can see all sorts of different types of birds. A lot of people like to bird here. And best of all, it's all free. So this little bee area where you can see the bee stuff going on, and you're protected by this. The next thing that I recommend is downtown Columbus. Now I'm just gonna walk into as many random shops as I can. All right, don't have a plan? Gonna step into the music, Blue Canary Records. Cat is chilling. Lots of records down here. They also have music in the back room. I'm gonna go see what bands are playing.
I'm over here for you guys, man.
Not nearly as busy as I was expecting at all. So I'm gonna go into Iron Bank Coffee. A little late for coffee, but let's see what they got. The place is just so comfy and warm. It is so cold outside, so I got a muffin. Now going into this place right here.
Hey, hello, y'all. I'm Mark from Brushes and Beverages. People come and they paint. We're here to help you out with your paintings and get to take home a beautiful work of art.
Walking downtown, you can see the Phenix Mill in the background. Very historic. You're a club promoter here in Columbus?
Mostly based places like this. It's like a walking thing. Everybody knows everybody, and if everybody doesn't know you, it's normally like you just introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So is this one of your places?
Yeah. This is the pizza place. But they got the pool. We also have bar. Shout out to the bartenders. What's up, my mom?
This is the tap. Looks like an outdoor bar type thing. Looks really cool. I'm so happy I made my first friend here in Columbus. It's kind of early, only 8:30 right now. However, roughly around 10:30, 11, people start showing up. It's like a quiet, big town. A really quiet, big town. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I used to play country shows here in Columbus all the time. It was a place called Bootleggers. It used to be a very popping downtown. Almost all the shops used to be open. Something, I don't know what happened. So many places are closed down now, including the place where I used to play at. Like this restaurant, a restaurant, 2 restaurants down there that are closed down. But it doesn't mean you can't make the most out of the situation, whatever it is. So I'm gonna go in whatever the heck shop this is. Let's go. Frank's Alley. I love it. It's like an alleyway. Apparently they have really good hot dogs. I'm glad I walked in here. I got the Seattle hot dog. This is really good. It's really good.
We have 100% all beef hot dogs, cross-cut and sitting in dirty water. So dirty water is just a combination of seasonings that's put in like heated water. It brings out the flavor in the hot dogs.
So the water is not dirty. Let's see, what's BTD. Also, it's the first week in January. All the college kids are gone. However, the locals still say that Columbus is a lot more dead than it used to be. I'm still having fun. I don't need a billion people to have fun. One of my favorite parts about older cities are the historic churches. I don't know why, I just love seeing them so much. So the next thing that I recommend taking a look at, the First Presbyterian Church here in Columbus, Georgia. Ooh, it's a beautiful, beautiful church. And something that I just love about cities, particularly in the south of Atlanta, if you're in Georgia, are the large trees within the downtown area. I believe these are oak trees. So whenever I travel, I usually camp. It saves a lot of money. But if you have the means, a hotel that I would recommend around here would be Hotel Indigo. It's right on the river. You have the back porch area. Upstairs is like a restaurant slash bar. Also, there's a pedestrian bridge right next to it. It looks pretty sweet. Gonna go check it out. Really, really cool rooftop up here. And I love how you can see the Whitewater Rapids from up here. You can also see that pedestrian bridge I was talking about earlier. The next place I recommend outside of downtown is the Coca-Cola Space Science Center by Columbus State University. It has the most amount of NASA artifacts in the state of Georgia. So many of these artifacts, including this one, has already been to space. I believe the guy said 8 to 9 times. This engine right here. It's for all ages. The fee is usually about $8. Whoa, whoa, what is going on here?
All systems are go.
Oh, let's go.
But I'm sure nothing will go wrong. RB separation.
Oh my gosh, we're in space.
Welcome to space.
6 inches. 3,
Oh,
2, 1.
whoa.
Stand
Oh
by.
God.
Houston, we have an alarm on site nitrogen fuel cell failure.
Oh, I knew it.
Possible barometer.
Drill, I need you to close the overhead spotting portals while I maneuver for re-entry.
What am I doing?
Infantry coming in pretty fast, so it may get a little bumpy. The outside of our
Mexican restaurants generally have very good service and give you a lot of food for the price. Agave Bar and Grill. Here's one place that I recommend, especially if you want a lot of food for a pretty good price. A beautifully decorated restaurant. And I love this skyline right above this bar here. Plants with the lights. Really, really cool. Ooh, smoked chicken fajito right here. The best part of an adventurous trip. Eating. Every Mexican restaurant I go to, I get the same thing. Chicken fajita. They are not all equal. This chicken fajita, way better than the average Mexican restaurant. This is right in the heart of downtown, so it's very, very convenient. Oh, so funny fact about this city. Coca-Cola was kind of started here. Its creator, John Pemberton, lived here and created a tonic called French wine coca, which was obviously a wine, alcoholic, but then they turned into a non-alcoholic drink, which finalized in Atlanta, calling it Coca-Cola. That's why Coca-Cola has a history here in the city, Columbus, Georgia. Oh, lucky the playground is closed. I would have been playing that playground. You have no idea. So what I absolutely recommend, especially in the summertime, is the Whitewater Express. Now, they still do it during the wintertime and all that, but you generally have to schedule it out in advance. The guides are more scarce and stuff like that. However, they do kayaking, they do zip lining, but best of all, they have the longest urban whitewater rafting course in the world. Interestingly, it's kind of man-made. According to USA Today, it's recognized as one of the top 12 man-made adventures in the entire world. A series of dams were installed to regulate and control the flow of water. Also, a few other sections were modified, like rocks, rapids, and drops. It stretches about 2.5 miles and features a mix of rapids ranging from Class 2 all the way up to Class 5, depending on the water level. and it stretches throughout the Chattahoochee River. The river looks so much fun. I gotta come back here one of these days. I don't live too far from here, so I might come back, might make a video, might not. But anyways, the next place I recommend, all seasons of course, if you want to see a really cool historic location, the Springer Opera House. However, it's not just a cool architectural building to look at. It also hosts performances till this day. The theater dates all the way back till 1871, and it's known as Georgia's State Theater and hosts a variety of performances, musicals, plays, concerts. The architectural is preserved Victorian architecture, and the stage has hosted many notable actors and performers throughout the years. So if you want to see a performance here, look it up. I believe it's open Tuesday through Friday. One of the oldest continually operating theaters in the country. But yeah, early in the video, obviously downtown isn't as popping as it used to be, and that kind of goes with everything in life. Make the most out of everything, regardless of the situation. Yeah, I was expecting the old time Columbus that I was used to. Didn't happen. That's okay. Still had a lot of fun and a very memorable trip. However, if you want to see an amazing city, check that video out here, Charleston, South Carolina. Highly recommend it, especially for history buffs. Now, I'm gonna go home to the family. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day.